Everybody, it's your boy Duel, back with another Spidey video. This is going to be mainly focusing on Spider-Verse and a lot of craziness that's been going around the internet the last almost a week, I want to say. At the time of recording this video, it is Wednesday, not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday the 8th. I originally wrote this script last night, and I was actually talking about Alfred Molina, and it turned out that so far it seems like he's now confirmed for Spider-Man 3. So I'm gonna have to make a couple modifications to my script, but that's fine. But anyways, got a bunch of stuff to break down. I'm very excited, very curious. We're gonna see if all of this is actually true, or if all of these Hollywood trade inside reporters are just pulling our Spidey sense legs, metaphorically speaking, whatever you want to call that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like and subscribe button. I hate the crappy plug, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do, right? So anyways, happy holidays, and I'll see you guys in there. Bye. Alright, so we're back. It's been a while since I've talked about Spider-Verse, but I'm here to say the internet is just dying to know what's going on. Let's just start by discussing what We Got This Covered has once again reported on. And let me be clear, this is currently all speculation and nothing is confirmed. Well, actually, when I wrote this script, one of the items on this list wasn't confirmed, but it's seemingly confirmed now. No official Sony reputable sources have come out and said it's confirmed, but it's looking like it's confirmed. So anyway, let's get started. Number 1. Once again, we have reports that Tobey and Andrew have signed on to reprise their roles as their old web-slinging characters. This rumor is not news, but the only difference about this one is that WGTC is now reporting that we will get an announcement soon. With CCXP ending and no Spidey content dropping, and also the fact that a Sony rep confirmed we would be getting some sort of SM3 teaser before the end of the year, this information is not exactly a surprise. If I had to guess, if we do end up getting any sort of announcement, it's probably going to be this week or next week, but I guess we'll soon find out. Number 2. Yet another report from WGTC. They are now stating that Andrew and Tobey will arrive as part of the plot to clear Tom's identity crisis, with the cliffhanger at the end of Far From Home. I was actually one of the early ones to come up with this theory, given it's not a crazy or too far-fetched one, not super hard to come up with this one, but it would be super exciting to see Tobey or Andrew swinging around in their suits while Tom is on the streets playing a fool Flash Thompson. I guess we'll know soon enough if this is how they plan to bring the other Spideys into live action without getting too hairy with things. Harry, quote unquote, Harry Osborn, Norman Osborn, okay, joke's over. Number 3. Spider-Man 3 of the MCU iteration looks like it might be the longest Spider-Man movie Sony has ever released. Now, depending on how this movie ends or how the plot plays out, I could easily see this being a good spin-off mission for Sony. They could find a reason to make Spider-Man 4, TASM 3, and they could have one or both of these Spideys fight in maximum carnage without having to involve Tom Holland, since Kevin Feige doesn't really want their Venomverse touching their MCU properties. However, Feige has come out and said that Tom's version of Spidey has a unique ability to cross the multiverses, movie multiverses, and this was after FFH had released and was not in reference to Mysterio talking about multiverses. So it's very possible that if Sony does do this move, we could see multiple Spider-Men swinging around and crossing over with each other in multiple properties. It sounds like a ton of fun, and I'm all for it. Number 4. With the news of Electro returning, WGTC, I can't say that for some reason, also stated that there was mention of Alfred Molina, and this is where it gets interesting, folks, returning as Doc Ock in MCU Spider-Man 3. Now, I'm not sure how they would pull this off, considering Doc Ock died at the end of Spider-Man 2, but I'll talk about that here in just a second. Sacrificing his life to save New York City, Peter, and MJ. Maybe Doctor Strange could pull him from an alternate timeline, or Electro's abilities spanning across multiverses, and maybe he grabs him from an alternate dimension where he ends up defeating Spidey. Who knows? But if Doc Ock does make a return, I would absolutely lose it. The fight scenes in Spider-Man 2 were phenomenal, and I'd love to see something like that happen again. That's all I've got when it comes to WGTC. Reminder that this is all speculation and none of this has been confirmed as of yet. But there is one thing that I'd like to talk about. One more thing, that is. Well, maybe two. Anyway, just listen to me for a second. I'm gonna ramble. Sony Latin America actually dropped a trailer, and I'll play a clip of it here in a sec, that was circling the internet for a few days before it got swiftly taken down.
I'm going to be talking over this thing because, well, it's in Spanish and most of the important stuff is written in Spanish. And since tu niño aquí habla español, te voy a decir, papi, lo que está diciendo. So in the video, it's really just a montage of past footage from the 3 Spider-Men that we know. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. They start off here with saying, which is your favorite Spider-Man? Showing some more montage footage of the past movies here. Then they jump to saying, you don't have to choose because in the multiverse of Marvel, anything is possible. And in Spider-Man 3, it's very possible you'll see all of them. Yes, the 3 Peter Parkers saving the world together. Now, like I said, this has just been up on their channel quietly for these foreign audiences, but now that us little geeks over here in America have noticed it, boy, I'm thinking Sony made a quick phone call and Marvel Kevin Feige was like, we're burning on fire from Black Panther 2 right now. You need to take this off.
That's nice. So you are... Where are you? You're in Atlanta right now shooting Spider-Man 3, correct?
Correct.
Correct. You can say that. I know it's very secretive, right?
Yes, everything is very secretive.
Is it called Spider-Man 3 because there are 3 Spider-Men in the movie?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You cannot. Oh, interesting. Did you have Thanksgiving there in Atlanta?
Yes, we did. We had a bubble Thanksgiving.
With Spider-Man?
Yeah, I can't say that. That was good. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, because I was wondering what you guys had, because I know Tobey Maguire is a vegan, and I was wondering if he had like a tofurkey or something.
I have no idea.
You have no idea, really?
I really don't.
Okay, so we have that Sony Latin America clip, Jimmy Kimmel interviewing Zendaya, and even Zendaya is saying she cannot confirm or deny that all 3 Spider-Man will be in this movie. I really want to believe it's happening because these things just keep happening, seem to indicate that it is. If it wasn't happening, Zendaya and that previous Sony rep that said the same thing basically, that said that they couldn't confirm or deny, they could just easily just say it's not happening. It's not happening. Stop asking us. We're not doing Spider-Verse. Like, just wait and see when the movie comes out. You know?
Tom. Can you tell us about the Spider-Verse? Honestly, mate, I'm sick of this Spider-Verse stuff. Like, I'm the only Spider-Man. It's me. Only one. There ever is and ever will. Greg! Sorry.
Well, I guess we'll soon find out. If a teaser trailer does drop for it, you can bet your sweet, sweet Spidey underoos that I'll be doing a breakdown of it. Alright, so now it's rant time. So this is unscripted, just me talking out of my butt, or my face, my eyes, whatever you wanna, my ears, whatever you wanna call that. I just want to talk about Alfred Molina for a second. They actually, I say they, the internet, the news media, the Hollywood Scoop reporters actually talked about Alfred Molina coming back, and I saw that, and it was just like, okay, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Like, yeah, right. And now, like, Variety's reported on it. Hollywood Reporter is now reporting on it. So most likely it's confirmed. Usually when those sources, I'm pretty sure those are the same sources that reported that Jamie Foxx and Doctor Strange are coming back. So the fact that those 3 are now all being reported by the same sources is kind of suspect. And it's kind of crazy. All this Spider-Man stuff swirling around, like, there's some of this can't be true. Like, and maybe none of it is. Who knows? Like, maybe we don't end up getting Andrew or Toby at all, and we'd all be sad. 6 months later, it just turns out it's just Tom running away from Kraven, and that's what we get. Which, you know what? I'd be fine with it. I'd be real sad because I swear to God, if I see Toby show up, heck, I'll even take Andrew. If I see Toby show up, though, if Toby shows up and you see him just swing out of that portal like Endgame style, and he takes off his mask and he's just looking into the camera out into the distance, and you just see his face And oh, that would be the best. I would cry, dude. Like, Tobey's the reason I even like Spider-Man. Like, I was 10 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. Just a kid in the theater, and like I'll always, like, it sounds weird, but I base like my life not being Spider-Man, because that's insane, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to be Spider-Man, right? That's crazy. Anyways, but like doing the right thing, and you know, taking responsibility for your actions and being accountable and things of that nature, and just being humble and being a good person, like all these things Spider-Man and Peter Parker has taught us as fans. Do the right thing, you know. You don't have to blast it on social media just to do the right thing. That defeats the purpose of doing the right thing, right? Just do the right thing to do the right thing. You don't have an obligation to do those things, right? Anyways, shameless TASM plug, but so let's talk about you know, how this could play out. So there's a couple of things they could do. I'm thinking either one. I lost my train of thought. One, if they could either make it where Doctor Strange is like trying to hide Peter, or you know, maybe he figures out when he was searching through all. I'm wondering if it's gonna go like this. When he meets up with Tom in Spider-Man 3, he's gonna be like, look, remember that one time where I was sitting on the ground and I was going through all those different realities where we defeated Thanos? Well, I actually found a reality where you meet up with these two other different Spideys. And then him and Tom are gonna be like, what? And so he's like, yeah, I think I can figure out a way that, you know, we can get you out of this identity crisis. You hold here and we'll get the other Spideys. Well, you know, my guess is that he'll try to go get Andrew, and then he'll go get Tobey. Well, while in the process of getting Andrew, he gets Electro. Electro, you know, he finds out this portal. Either A, he slips through the portal before Doctor Strange's portal closes, or B, Electro figures out a way that his ability with electricity, he's gotten so much stronger since he fought Andrew. And I'm just going by the actor's name so you can tell which Spidey I'm talking about, because I could say Spidey and you'll not know. But either way, he enhances his abilities so that he can use his powers to push through other dimensions, and he could use that ability to go to Spider-Man 2 dimension and grab Alfred Molina before he dies, and it's before Tobey and him have his big old face-off and Kirsten Dunst figures out who Tobey is, and they could get that's how they could get Doc Ock inside of the MCU. I think that's how it'd play out. It's the only way. I think those are the two options in my head that I can say logically makes sense. Either Doctor Strange, like I said, Doctor Strange making a mistake. This hat is falling off. Doctor Strange making a mistake, or Electro just enhancing his abilities. He's learned to not be blue anymore, and he's learned to teleport, or he can blast open a hole in reality. Or there is one more option that I just popped into my brain because I'm completely not even talking about it, and that's WandaVision. I think WandaVision, if Electro and Doctor Strange don't do either of those things, which who knows, we'll see. I think that WandaVision is definitely going to be the cue up for all this Spider-Man stuff, all this weird dimension crap that could happen. It's all going to be because of Wanda. So if you're a Spider-Man fan at all, you don't need to know everything about WandaVision, but definitely need to go check that show out. If I see anything crazy, I'll do some coverage on the channel here. But yeah, those are the three ways. Doctor Strange messing up, Electro getting super strong and blowing his way through, and then WandaVision potentially just screwing up the MCU. And I think that's going to ripple across the MCU, not just for Spider-Man, but for other stuff. So, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about really quickly was the possibility if they did this. So one, I know that Kevin Feige has talked about Tom crossing the multiverse, the movie multiverse anyway. But one of the things that they could do if they, and maybe their plans have changed since, you know, Tom almost left the MCU. Maybe Sony was like, hey, we want to do this. If you want us to keep Tom in the MCU, this is what we want to do. And then they're like, okay, well then do this. So maybe they could give like, and I hope it's not in this movie. If Tobey does show up, I hope it's not in this movie. But what they could do is they could make it so where Tobey is kind of the new mentor for Tom, which would freaking be amazing. That would be great, by the way. And then what they could do is keep Tom away from all the Sony properties, and they could either use Andrew or Tobey, or both of them, to fight Morbius, to fight Tom Hardy's Venom, and then whatever else they got planned in the Sonyverse. The only thing that I think is a little strange is that they're doing a Madam Web movie, which I thought in my mind, like they would copy like the 19s cartoon and use Madam Web as a reason to connect all the Spider-Man, because that was a big ass storyline back in the 90s, and I absolutely love that cartoon. Yeah, so that's about it. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Oh, and then right up before I started recording this, I saw an article about Kirsten Dunst and Emma Stone coming back. So it's like, what else can we get here? What else can we do? Like, if we're gonna get Toby, we're gonna get Andrew, Emma, and Kirsten, and Zendaya, like all of them, this movie will be nuts. And now there's also reports that this is gonna be the longest Spidey movie that we've ever seen. And it almost feels like, you know, once again, Sony's blowing their wad on Spider-Man 3 or their sequel, whatever you want to do. And it almost feels like, if this is all true, it could be completely false. If this is all true, we know that this probably wasn't the plan to start with. And I'm going to be really curious. I would hope that if they did do this, they would get Mark Webb, they would get Sam Raimi, and they would get John Watts, all three of them together, and like, hey, these are the three Spideys, or at least maybe tap in the Russo brothers, because that's a lot of characters. This is a huge movie if this is the case. And hopefully we're going to get something by the end of this week or next week, some sort of teaser, you know, get your Spidey senses wet or whatever you want to call it. So I guess we'll see. But anyway, that's all I've got to say about this. I'm going to wrap this up here. But anyway, hope you're staying safe. Merry Christmas. Just stay safe out there and you know, hug your families and things like that, and make sure you're always doing the right thing, you know, living by that Spidey code, you know. Anyways, I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna keep doing my Spider-Man Let's Plays, and anything Spider-Man I'll try my best to cover. I've got some more ideas for what I want to do with the channel, but yeah, if you want to stay tuned, just go and hit the subscribe button. I know I plugged earlier and I apologize, but it's trying to get that out there. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and remember, with great power comes great responsibility. I'm Dual Dyer, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.